Merry Christmas, everybody. My name is Sarah, and this is Pearls of Wisdom and Food with Clean Intermittent Fasting and OMAD. And oh my goodness, here we are. This is the heart of the food season, isn't it? And if your house is like my house, as I record this, we've got so much food in the fridge to be had and so many leftovers that are to be had again. Ooh, I love it. But none of this would be possible for me if I wasn't practicing clean intermittent fasting and OMAD. We had my kids and grandchildren last night for dinner. And it was, I made lasagna, and we had Italian sausage, meatballs, four kinds of bread, Asiago, no, three kinds of bread, Asiago, garlic bread, and ciabatta bread with butter. And an Edwards cream pie for dessert. Simple, easy, worked for me. Everybody else loved it too. My daughter-in-law brought that. And a salad, which I did not have. Well, anyway, I got one of the nicest compliments I've ever gotten, and it was the first time it was ever said in all of my years since practicing keto and losing the bulk of my weight with the clean intermittent fasting and OMAD, doing all of those pesky ones that heretofore were always kind of there. You know, if I could only lose those pesky ones, right, Miss Joyce? We call them pesky pounds. But she said to me, how do you stay so skinny? And she's never said that to me. I was so touched, so touched, so touched. And I kind of briefly gave her a little bit of that. And she said, so you just drink black coffee? And it's like, yep. This was as I was doing her pour over with light cream and sugar in her coffee. And it was the first time she ever showed a curiosity. But she said, but you eat all this stuff. I said, I know, every day. I enjoy my OMAD. And she said, so I could tell that she was curious. I didn't quite know how to handle it. I didn't know if any of you had suggestions below. I know that it was my game changer. And people that know me today don't know me as the previously plump Sarah Pearl the plumpy. They don't know me as that because they've only seen me like this for the last few years. So it was really a nice validation, recognition of what I've worked for myself as well as here on the channel for all these years. And it just made me feel really, really good. It's the sort of thing that you kind of wonder if you'll ever hear, because sometimes family members don't say anything about it. So it's interesting. But I'm very grateful. I feel very blessed. And I will continue to be here saying what works for this 72-year-old woman. People don't believe I'm 72, but yeah, I am. All you have to do is look at my chin. It's always the giveaway, isn't it, for women? The chin, the eyes, the round hair. Yeah. Yep, that old girl, she's 72, but I hope I got a few more miles. What did one lady say to me? One lady I know that works in produce, a Jamaican woman. She said, "Yep, that woman has over 100,000 on her." Loved it. So I like to think of myself as my car, and I've got like 300,000 on me, and I'm good for it, right? So this is the time of year, maybe the time of week with the foods that you say, this is it. I've got to do something. And I've done the drastic. I've done the food funerals. I've done the January 1st. No, better make it the 2nd. No, better make it the 3rd. Sort of promises to myself as I help myself to another. And this year, being a cashier at Shaw's, I saw a bounty of what people are making for Christmas breakfast, and I looked at it longingly because I remember Christmas breakfasts were always, the loaded full of, the 3,000 calories before you even got to that big Christmas meal, which in my case would be a prime rib. And I was just kind of, it was kind of reminiscing, but knowing that no, if really offered it, I wouldn't have a too mad day on Christmas. I would still choose to do my OMAD. So, having them over for Christmas Eve, I partook in everything. It was great. And today, funny, I felt a cough coming. Sorry. And today, it will be prime rib. And usually we have it with a potato and a veg. I've got fresh broccoli. But maybe I won't even do the potato. I don't know. So sorry. God, I hate it when other people do this. And here I am. But tomorrow, which is the day that this airs, on, on December 26th. Hold on one second. Better late than never with the microphone, right? So tomorrow will not be anything drastic, draconian. It's Boxing Day. There will still be leftovers, and I will still enjoy. I will do my just black coffee in the morning. First, my glass of warm water with my Element, LMNT, with the electrolytes in it. Pricey little packets, but it's done for you. It's a one and done thing. I use Redmond salt. I use pink Himalayan salt. I use white Himalayan salt. On my foods, I sprinkle liberally. Different, it's funny, different salts for different occasions and presentation. I was watching a video of somebody doing salt, and they were shaking the Maldon salt into a recipe, and it was making that person crazy. He was watching a video of a person using Maldon flakes in a recipe, and it's like, no, 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 that's a finishing salt, and he was having a fit. It was funny. But I'm not going to do anything draconian. I'm going to have leftovers appropriately on those days because I don't believe in deprivation. I also don't believe in wasting food. Put those two together, and it's leftovers. And so I feel very blessed that I've been able to eat this way. Truly, the game changer for me was to go to Just Black Please Coffee. It is so simple. This food plan of intermittent fasting and OMAD is so simple, but we always try to juggle it and adapt it to like little things that we aren't ready to do, and you might not get the same results if you really do clean intermittent fasting. Have your OMAD over here, one and done. I don't know how long your eating window could be. Sometimes for me it's an hour. Yesterday it ended up being 5 hours because I had a little something something before they came because I knew it would be 2 hours before we ate, which was true. And then after they left, I wanted a little something something, and I closed the window. So it's 5.5 hours. As the plot thickens with simplicity for me, I totally believe in having 18 hours. So I finished eating yesterday, last evening at 6:30 at night. I totally believe there is also a miracle besides the just black coffee, the unflavored water, the unsweetened, nothing added to the coffee, nothing added to the waters, just plain, just black, nothing else. I also believe 18 hours in between the OMADs minimum. Okay? So my last meal yesterday ended at 6:30 in the evening. So that means that I don't have prime rib until at least 12:30 today, which is perfect because we won't have prime rib at 12:30 today. We will probably have prime rib at 1:30 today as the OMAD. The potato to be determined. There will be broccoli. There will be butter. There will be maybe a piece of bread. Not sure. And I did get my favorite, haven't had in a year, dessert to have with it because it's Christmas and it's special, and that's that. It's my OMAD. And there will be a window of eating, the prime rib, with whatever is accompanying that, the dessert with maybe some black coffee, decaf, and I'm done. Close the window, immediately do the dental hygiene exercise, which is always the water pick the flossing and the brushing, and that's it, girly. And my body knows. My body knows. It's like the little kid that has the binky in his mouth and is holding his blankie because you forgot to put him for a nap and he's just kind of like walking around the house. Yeah, that's it's that sort of thing. My body knows when I'm done, one and done, and that's it. And I will be forever, forever, forever grateful that somehow my food plan evolved to be at this place. At 72, I'm enjoying life. I don't worry about what I'm not eating during my fast. I've been clean intermittent fasting long enough that my body just knows it. It's a no matter what club membership with that. That's it. I look forward to my OMAD like I think is normal. Normal people can look forward to food. I'm a foodie. So I look forward to it. I'll be searching for the recipes on how to cook the prime rib. I do the slow cook thing. I think with the hot oven, you turn it off after a half hour and it sits in there per pound. Then it comes out. It's perfectly medium rare. Any questions? Not from me. And so I will do that. I will feast, and then the window shuts down, not on my fingers, thank you very much. And I will go and do my oral hygiene, and I will have my last glass of warm water with my supplements, mostly magnesium. My doctor told me I was taking too much D3, so she said, knock it off. So I am. I take a Super C and magnesium. Um, and then I will shut the window, and that's a wrap for the day. And it just works for me. I just, I can't emphasize to you enough as a 72-year-old former, very plump, overweight, compulsive overeating woman, how this has changed my life and given me a peace in life that I never thought possible. And I don't know how you are about the holidays, but I didn't, I, I was very disciplined is the word, leading up to last night with the dessert that I had and the bread, you know. Um, I have those things on occasion, but it wasn't like how it was yesterday. I mean, last night was a feast. Today will also be a feast. I know that. But beginning tomorrow, yes, there will be leftovers in my food plan, but it won't be, all of the things from A to Z like I have today, like I had last night. I know from experience that my body says, my head says, you're not depriving yourself, you're enjoying yourself, you're not having the fake thing to make you think you're having the real thing. That was always my thing about like Weight Watchery type things and recipes. I believe in the real. So if you want cream in your coffee with sugar in your coffee for your OMAD, have it. Playing the game of like this almost tastes like how coffee used to. Have what you want inside your window and know that you're not depriving yourself, especially if you're older like me. Who wants to live their last days with, diet brain and always figuring things and always saying no and then fighting the food pushers and then going home and overeating after work because what you didn't have there and enjoy when they had it, like a normie, instead you went home and you ate at them because those damn, you know, push that food on me, I'll show them. And then you overeat with some garbage when you get home that wasn't the real deal being offered, the woman you work with in the office that makes the best yada, yada, yada once a year. I'm one of those. Enjoy it, but put it in your window. Clean intermittent fasting is what makes all the difference in my life. So I've been having my black Starbucks coffee. I've also been having a little Starbucks Veranda, which is a blonde roast. I like that too. Been having that. I have my Element in the morning. That doesn't change. I've got sparkling San Pellegrino for the festive part, the cocktail hour part, and it all works out. I'm not depriving. I'm enjoying life. I don't want to lie on my bed as I die and say, I'm so glad I didn't have that woman's dessert that time. It's not for me. I'm one meal a day and I'm clean all the other hours. Hopefully I'm getting 8 or 9 or 10 hours sleep too, because sleep is also important for not only um, all of the things that you think, but also weight loss. And I'm lucky. I'm one of those that I go to sleep and I usually fall right asleep. And they say you get the best sleep before midnight. Well, I go to bed at 6 p.m., so I get 6 solid anyway. If there is one of those toss and turns where, you wake up and you think, I need to do this, I want to do that. So here comes the new year. Are you tight? Is your program tight? Have you watched me and said, I'm going to do it? I'm going to do it, but I have to wait until my sister leaves, or we leave my sister's, or all the leftovers are done, or so and so's New Year's Eve party. Do whatever it is that works for you. When you're ready to do this, you will find miracles like I have found. I guarantee it, because trust me, all those years of finagling and making promises and thinking I figured it out and all of that. And it's like, this is the most simple food plan with no deprivation. And once you get used to one meal a day with clean intermittent fasting surrounding it, you'll say, what a game changer. Why would I want to go back to doing anything different? This works for me. I love working fasted. I love spending my morning fasted. I love anticipation of that OMAD the way that I want it and not the way they said I should have it, or who's a majigger who lost weight with Weight Watchers said I should have it. None of that. This is what works for me. So I come here to my channel and I share it. And I hope that it inspires you, or you find validation in what you're doing for you and not answering to what other people think you should be doing. And this sometimes is the season where we come out of, visits with people where, they're telling us how they think we should do it. Chatter, chatter, let it go. Do what works for you. If you've made promises to yourself for the first of the year, I'm here. Make a commitment to me. I'll hear it. I'll hold you accountable. I'll ask how you're doing. And if you're successful, share that too. We want to hear about this. This is a channel for older people who thought they could never achieve the goals that they might have before by starvation, by other people's food, by tricks, by pills, by, exercising 9 hours a day in the gym, all of that. No, it's not about that. I'm active at work, but I wouldn't say that, I'm running marathons and lifting 50-pound weights over my head for my, the back of my arms. I got old lady arms. I got old lady legs. But something has kept it so I can have my clean intermittent fasting and my one meal a day without the deprivation of all those decades. All those decades. But it takes what it takes to get here. I hope you have a wonderful day. Happy New Year. I'll see you again before the new year, though. Thanks for watching. I'll see you here the next time. This has been Sarah with Pearls of Wisdom and Food and Clean Intermittent Fasting. Bye-bye for now.